My name is Malek. I'm from Knack Training, and for today's Everyday Office video, I'm going to go into PowerPoint and take a look at how to repeat the same formatting over and over. So in Microsoft Word, we have this idea called a character style, and we have the same thing in Adobe InDesign. And this allows us to make sure that different fonts are the same across different parts of the document. Unfortunately, PowerPoint doesn't have that same functionality. The only thing PowerPoint has is that every slide begins with the same basic aesthetic, the same bullet point size, the same fonts. And then if you decide to do something different from those slides, you really can't control that and repeat it over multiple different slides, multiple different items. So I'm going to use two different keyboard shortcuts to basically make that happen for us, to repeat the same aesthetic over and over again. So let's begin by highlighting a bit of content. So I'm going to highlight the text first item, and let's say that each of these bullet points needs to have bolded text. Maybe I want to change the color of it just at the beginning so that the rest of the line stays in that standard black normal treatment. So I'll go in here, and if I decide to bold it and maybe change the font color to orange, I now have something that distinctly looks different. Now I can come in here and highlight that content and use Ctrl+Shift+C on the keyboard. What that is copy formatting. Now if I go over and I highlight the second item and use Ctrl+Shift+V, you can see there that I am pasting the formatting. So Ctrl+Shift+C for copy formatting and Ctrl+Shift+V for paste formatting. If I highlight the next item down, use Ctrl+Shift+V, you can see there that I've pasted the formatting onto the third item as well. Now let's back up for a second, because copying formatting is definitely very valuable, but there's another skill that you need to have in PowerPoint that can serve the same purpose, but also do much more for you overall. So let's begin by re-highlighting that first item again. As you can see, I could choose from the font group up here at the top of the screen to bold it and to change its font color again. But let's think this through. If I choose to bold it and then I choose to change the font color, those are two actions in a row. I've got a technique in PowerPoint that allows me to repeat the last action. So if I can somehow make the bolding and the font color change in the same action, then I should be able to repeat that as many times as I like. And here's how we make that happen. We go to the font group, we find the little pop-out button in the bottom right-hand corner of the font group and click on that. From here, I can change it to bold, I can change the font color, I can do, pretty much anything else I want, maybe small caps, for example. And the interesting thing is that when you're in a dialogue, the single action is the OK button here. And so by clicking OK, I may have made 3 changes, but it's all as one action. Now that I've performed an action, I can highlight the next bit of text and use the F4 key on the keyboard to repeat that action. Again, highlight some content and use the F4 key to repeat that action. So our previous example was to copy the formatting and then paste the formatting. Here what I'm doing is simply with the F4 key repeating the last action, whatever that was, and that last action happened to be 3 different steps of formatting the content. You can then, of course, use that same keyboard shortcut to repeat movement, to repeat application of formatting styles, positioning, etc., to a bunch of different elements. So both of those 2 keyboard shortcuts should become part of your toolbox. Ctrl+Shift+C and Ctrl+Shift+V, copy and paste formatting, and F4 for repeat the previous action.